Hello friends, welcome to the part 4 on making of a 2D fighting Street Fighter game in Scratch. And in this part we are going to make our player that we control will be able to hit our enemy. Right now we are not able to hit the enemy, and in this video we are going to make the hitting effect for the enemy. And let's start. First of all, let's see what we have done so far in our game. So if I click in the green flag, so we see the menu, and let me just get rid of these variables. Right now we don't want to see the variables, so let me click on the AI enemy. So these are all the AI enemy variables, and let me just hide these things, everything. Great. And now we have started the game, and if we click on the start button, you can see we have the player and we have the AI opponent that kicks and punches, and we can also control our player by using our arrow keys, and we can also hit and punch. And right now there is no effect. Yeah, even if we hit, so we cannot see any kind of effect. And in this video we are going to make it happen. Once we kick and punch, our enemy will get hit. So let's start. So to make the enemy get hit by our player, so let's go to the player sprite first. And in the player sprite we can see we have used two buttons here. First of all, Z key and the X key for the kick and the punch. And here we are going to just check if we are touching the enemy or not, and we will just broadcast something here. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, first of all, let's do for the Z button press, that's for the kicking. Yeah, so here we have checked first of all, we just see if we have been damaged or not. So if we are not damaged, then we will just switch the costume to kick, and we'll just it will make it look like kicking. And here we will check if we are touching the AI player or not. If it is touching, then we will just broadcast a message saying something like enemy hit, so that in AI of enemy it will just receive that message, and we will just use some kind of effect for getting hit. So let's go to control first, and here let's go to the if, drag a if block inside, and here let's go to the sensing, drag a touching mouse pointer block inside the if block that we just dragged, and here we are going to select AI enemy. So if we are touching the AI enemy, then we will just broadcast something. And here we are going to broadcast. So let's go to the events first and drag a broadcast block just inside the if block, and let's just broadcast a new message called AI damage. Okay, AI underscore DAMAGE damage. Click OK. So we'll just broadcast a message called AI damage, and that's it. So let's drag this if touching AI enemy block inside the if block like this. Okay, here. So what are we doing is first of all, we are checking if combat is 0. Then what do? We switch the costume to kick, so it looks like kicking, and then after that we just set the combat variable to 1, and after that we also check if we are touching the AI enemy or not, this one. So if it is touching the AI enemy, that means we have been hitting the enemy. That's why we broadcast a message called AI underscore damage. Okay, and that's it for kicking. Yeah, and let's do the similar thing for the here also. for punch. So let me just duplicate it. Yeah, this if statement that we just made, drag it, right click, duplicate, and I'll just place it inside the thing like this. For the when expressed key block also we did the similar thing. Yeah, and we'll just broadcast AI damage. Okay, and that's it in the player sprite. Now we have to do nothing right now. And now let's go to AI enemy. So here in the AI enemy we will be receiving the AI damage block or the message. So let's drag or go to events and drag when I receive AI damage block here, and I will just create some of the effects here. So when we receive the AI damage in our AI enemy, first of all we'll just set the variables. So let's go to the variables and let's drag a set variable block. We will have to use several blocks of set variables, so let me just drag all about 5 or 6 blocks, 3, 4 and 5. That's good. So here when we receive the AI damaged broadcast or the message, then first of all we set the damaged variable of our AI enemy to 0, not 0, I mean 1. Okay, and then all the variables to 0, and other variables like ideal to 0, we set the ideal state to 0. Next we set the backing state to 0, we set the chasing state also to 0, we set the combat state also to 0, and that's it. I think how many, 1 2 3 4 5, and the last, is there any other variable? Backing, combat, chase, ideal. I think that's it. So we don't need this last variable, so let me just delete it. Okay, we set the damaged variable to 1 first, yeah, because it's getting damaged, and we set other variables to 0 because it will not be an ideal or backing or chasing or combat stage after it has getting damaged. And after that what do we do is we switch the enemy's costume. So let's go to costume, and we have got some hot costume here, so this one. So we will switch the costume to this costume, hot costume. So let's go to looks, drag a switch costume block here, and we'll just switch the costume to hot. That's good, and we'll just wait for 0.2 seconds to display these costumes. So let's go to control, drag a wait block here, and 0.2 seconds we'll just wait after we switch to the hot costume. And after that let's go to motions and go downwards and drag the point towards block, this one. Okay, and let's point towards player. So sometimes it will be pointing here, or it will be pointing here, okay, based on where the player is. So that's why we just use point towards player. And after we have switched the costume and waited for 0.2 seconds, and it will display the hot costume, and after that it will point towards the player, then we will just back up. Okay, so once it gets hot, so we will just make the enemy back a little bit. So for that we'll just go to control, drag a repeat 10 times block, and we are going to move our enemy back. So let's go to motions, go downwards, and where is it? Okay, drag in like this, and drag a move 10 steps blocks, and we are going to move by 5 step 10 times. Okay, and after that we will just again set the costumes to a different one. So let me just I mean the variables. So let me just drag these variables again, and let me just copy the variables first like this. Okay, this whole block, and let me reattach every block like this, and let me reattach it down here. And after that, what do I do is, let me just set the idle position to 1 after it has got hot. Okay, and after it has shown every the hot animation, and then we are going to set other variables to 0 again like this. So our enemy will be in the idle state after it has got hurt. And that's it. Let's see if we are able to hit the enemy or not now. Yeah, so let me just click in the green flag, and let's click on the start, and now I'll just punch the enemy. Let's see. Look, it got hurt. Yeah, look, that's good. And now let's me add some sound effect as well. So we don't see sound if we haven't heard the sound effect when the enemy got hurt. So let's add some sound effect. For that, let's go to sounds, and let me just upload a sound here, and let me just search my sound effect. Where is it? Sets, game assets, fight game sounds. Which sound I want to use? Kick sound would be good, I think. So Street Fighter thing, round 1 punch, player diver. I think this one is the sound effect. Let's see, open, play. Yeah, kick sound would be good for getting hit. Okay, let's go to code, and here we'll just play this sound when the AI gets damaged. Okay, so let me go to the looks, not look sounds, and let's just drag a start sound block on the top here like this, and we'll just start the kick sound. Let's see. Now click on the green flag, start, and now let me just punch the enemy. Yeah, the enemy. Yeah, it looks like hot. Yeah, the sound is perfect. Yeah, let me give you a, yeah, and you can see our enemy gets back when it gets hurts like this. Yeah, and that's what we did in here. Yeah, when it receives the AI damage message, then we start with the kick sound. After that, we set the variable damage to 1, other variables to 0, and then we switch to hot position, I mean hot costume, and then we just wait for 0.2 seconds, and after that we point our enemy towards the player so that we can move backwards away from the enemy, I mean the player. Yeah, here we just repeat move 5 step 10 times here, and after it has got hurt, then it's time for it to be set to ideal position, ideal state. That's why we set the ideal state to 0, 1, and other variables to 0. And that's how we make our AI enemy get hurt when the player hits it. And next time we are going to do a similar thing to our player, cause right now the player doesn't get hurt when the enemy kicks him or punch him. Yeah, like this, it doesn't get hurt, but we can hurt the enemy right now. Next time we'll just complete this fight by making the effect on the player when it gets punched or hit by the enemy. So thank you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel, and I'll see you next time.